Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of Before We Leave. I hope that everyone is having a great day. I know that I am. Today is June the 5th of 2020. And yeah, we're getting another episode knocked out today. And that is why it is a great day. I love being able to kick back, relax, and get an episode recorded, play some games, and just chill. So, last episode, we finally made it into space and we got to our new planet, which is pretty exciting stuff. Now, there were some precautions that it notified us of when we landed here on our new planet, and it was something that we did take into account, and I would recommend that you all do the same as well, so you don't get yourself stuck in a pinch. And that is mainly around your resources. Tools on this planet are not how they were on the first one, where on our base island we had a machine that would generate it for us. Here you have to go off of what you have or what you are able to make. And that is what we eventually calculated out. So I started out with only doing huts because they don't cost tools to make. You can always upgrade them later when you do have tools. I did do a library, which I believe cost tools to make, but that's so we could get research up and going. And then getting some orchards out here. These took some tools, but ultimately in the long run, they're going to be worth it. They didn't take too many tools to build, and they will keep our peeps happy on this new planet because orchards have a better happiness rating than like potatoes do, because I believe potatoes don't cost anything. Yeah, potatoes don't cost anything to get going, but these orchards do cost one tool per construction. But like it says, it gives peeps plus happiness, which is what we want. We want to keep all these people happy. Now, ultimately, if you were a little worrisome of that, you could always start with potatoes on your third planet, or not on your third planet, on your second planet, on your new planet. But that is completely up to you. We also got a iron mine up and going, but we do not have any storage, unfortunately, for it. But the whole plan is to get the iron mine going so that we can get a smeltery going, and then we can get a toolsmith going so then we can start on the production of tools. Now, that is a good way to go if you want to ensure a good flow of tools on your new planet without creating any kind of space travel resource line from your first planet to this planet. Now, that is a possibility, but you do need to keep in mind, if you want to do that, you first need to research that in your library on this planet, on your second planet, and then you also have to get either I think it is a launch pad. Yeah, a launch pad, I believe, and a landing pad. Maybe just a landing pad. But you do need to keep in mind this does cost tools. So if you have, utilized all your tools on this planet, unfortunately, you might be in a pinch where you might not be able to land a spaceship here to bring you more tools. So just things to keep in mind as you're doing your own playthrough. But like I said, today we are going to get iron smelting up and going on Mars here. That is what I have decided to name this planet, because we have 3 planets in our little solar system here, and this happens to be right after our first planet, which was Earth. So yeah, so that's what I went with. Plus, I think Mars is cool. I think it'd be cool to start a Martian colony, and this is our Martian colony. So that's my reasoning behind it, and I'm sticking with it. But anywho, we're getting into iron smelting today, and we want to put this decently far away so that it's not causing too much pollution. Now, realistically, we could do a nice switch up and try to put it up here somewhere, because we got plenty of areas. We just want to keep this open and then probably that open. So we could stick some... Yeah, you can't go like that. It has to be across if you were to do a bridge of some kind. Now we could have one because we don't really make anything up here, and if all of the iron resources are up here, why don't we just stick with them up here? That would realistically make the most sense. But we want to obviously stick this in a place that we can easily access. So maybe we'll stick this here. Or what if we, well, hang on. How much is a bridge? If we were to do a bridge, does it cost tools? It costs 3 tools. We don't have the resources for that, so we have to keep it simple. So let's get a road in here, and we'll put a iron smelter right there, and then we'll get our road going this way, all around like so. And then we will have, because this is another iron resource here, this is a stone resource, and that one there as well, because I don't believe you can do, if we were to do a quarry, yeah, it just shows what you can put it next to, and it has to be right next to it from my understanding. So we can have one here, we can have one here, and then we'll put our iron smelter right there. I did pause the game. Iron smelter, we will stick, well, realistically we could stick it way back there, because it doesn't much matter. So iron smelter, there we go. It does cause a ton of pollution though, which we do need to keep in mind. Wow, that does create a lot of pollution. So really, it'd probably be better for us to have it, I don't know if I want it that close to everything, you know? It'd be cool if we, well, that would be really bad. It really is best if we stick it kind of out on the edges. Once again, so maybe that is our best bet. If we just stick it somewhere way out here. Yeah, that would probably be best, to kind of wrap the road back this way. So unfortunately, it's not really ideal to have everything centered up here, considering the mountains are the center of your island. Typically are the center of your island. If you're putting a lot of heavy pollution items up here, then you're definitely going to need some pollution scrubbers up here to keep it, you know, keep the pollution down, because then you're going to have your towns and everything all around it. So let's just stick this way out here, and I have to remember where it was again. Right here. We can stick this bad boy, well, we could do there, and then maybe we'll get rid of that and put our tool maker right next to it. So let's nix this bad boy out. Let's kick up our time here, because then we're also going to want our toolsmith, which we can put right here. So we'll get those right next to each other. We'll get those built up, and then it does obviously use up a decent amount of our resources, mainly being our tools, but luckily for us, this will then get our tool production up and going, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to replenish all of those resources, but that's perfectly fine. I'm not too worried on it. It does look like we need some more housing, though, for our peeps. So let's get another hut or two going here. Now, how do we want these ones to go? Because we're starting to get to the point, because we could have them go like that. What is the pollution we're getting from this? Not bad. It hasn't come over to here. So, question is, do we take the road and run it, just keep that one lonesome spot there? We could always put a fountain there. What if we were to knock it more this way? Like so. And then keep that there. Oh, unfortunately we have to keep that like that, because we already put that there. But we could nix that out and put a road just like so. What is happening here? We need to get rid of that, because we can nix that out. And then we'll put a road in right here. Come on, baby. There we go. And then, unfortunately, yeah, what are we doing here? So, realistically, it would be best to have it come up through there. So, let's get rid of that as well. We're going to get rid of those. We're just going to stick with the original plan here of having this go straight down. And then, obviously, we need to have this come off of it like so. He's going to knock that out. Shouldn't take too long at all. And then we'll get that in like so. Because how did we had it up there before, right? I'm trying to remember how we did this. And then, because I think it looped around right there to come around. Yeah, I think so. What if instead we had it like, oof, that is a little rough there. My OCD is trying real hard here. Yeah, that's good enough. Because we have our woodcutter there. Yeah, that's good enough. And then the question was, do we want to have a road stem off of this? It doesn't really benefit us, though. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. Kind of does, but not really. Logical. We could have a road go back like that. Let's move this way so we can see what we got going on here. So now we could add in some more. What if we put, oof, that's, I don't often like how the roads connect. That's the only gripe that I have with this game thus far. All right, so the whole purpose of this was to put in houses, and I'm wasting so much time not doing that. So let's get some houses put in here. That should be plenty of housing. All right, cool. And this is all up and running, but we need power. That's what we needed. Right. I almost forgot. Power. And unfortunately, this is going to cause a decent amount of pollution as well. So let's get a road just like so, and then get the power going out here. This tile's, oh, ooh, my bad. Didn't realize there was stuff there. Let's kick it into high gear here. Get that cleared out for us. And then we want our wood generator, wood power generator, get that going there so we can get power, then we can get tools, and we can get on our way. So let me get that up and going here, and then we'll be right back once we get that production going smoothly. Alright guys, so we have our smeltery and our power all up and going. So we got iron production going, we have our toolsmith going, and we have our power plant up and running. I can flip you around here so y'all can see what we're dealing with here. As the sun starts to set here on our new planet. So yeah, a little bit spread out, but I think that'll ultimately work, and then we could always take out these trees right here in the middle and add a pollution scrubber in if needed. The other thing I went ahead and did was add another woodcutter so we could get some more wood production up and going, because it seemed to be a little lacking, especially because we don't have a warehouse for it, and we also utilize the wood to create power, so that is constantly being chewed up by our power production. So I got another woodcutter so we could get more wood, and then we could also get a warehouse up and going so that we can get some stuff stored here, so we're not losing anything necessarily. So we'll probably get wood and tools probably stored in here once this gets all done. And then I think Our ultimate goal here is to get another landing pad and everything set up on this planet so that we can transfer stuff back and forth between our first planet and this planet. But we also want to get some research done as well. So let's do wood and tools and probably stone. Let's do that because I highly doubt we're going to have an overflow of necessarily anything else. I'm going to rename this to wood, stone, tools. Wood, stone, and tools. So that just helps us out identify it, because realistically, the way that I go about putting up my warehouses, as you guys have probably noticed from the series, is I put up multiple ones dedicated to certain things so you can maximize the total capacity of the storage in that warehouse. So I try to not do more than like 3 or 4 resources per, and I typically will do like a hard material, like, you know, the wood, the stone, iron, things like that in one warehouse, and then food and clothing and other miscellaneous stuff in another warehouse. So I've planned it out. We could get another warehouse here and another warehouse here, and then we could even do one right here if we wanted to. You know, if we wanted to change the road, we could as well, to have it kind of come up like this. So then we could put one here and one here if we wanted to just get more warehouses going. Now, I don't know if we're going to really need that many, but anywho, let's go over to our research and see what we got going on here, what we can do next, because we did do space flight. The next one on that path is tinkering, and I think unfortunately that's all we can do right now because we only have our blue and red research. Everything else is asking for green, which we do not have on this planet. We would have to send that here, which I think is what you ultimately want to do, and that's what we did on our first planet. We would send all of our green research to the island that was producing the most red research, so we can utilize them both on that singular island. Now here we would want to consolidate all of our research onto one planet where it is the most current type of research that we are getting, or the most current type of colored research that we're getting. So for this instance, it's blue. And we have, well, it's blue and red on this planet, but we would want the green here as well. So I guess we could let tinkering go. Let's read this. Allow construction of gadgeteers who produce gadgets which are used to construct and upgrade advanced buildings. Ooh, interesting. Gadgeteers spread pollution to surrounding tiles, which gives peeps that walk on it some negative happiness depending on how bad it gets. Inventing tinkering increases your peeps' minimum and maximum happiness, which will increase their movement and work speed if you keep them happy, but make them move and work more slowly if you don't. Okay, well, let's do it anyway. Why not? We could get automation going as well if we wanted to. Allows upgrading many buildings with automation, which increases their production speed, decreases the number of peeps needed to operate them, and makes the buildings operate slowly even when no peeps are present. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool, if we could get to that point. Now let's take a look at our space exploration here. So we have enough for a landing pad. We just don't have enough for a launch pad. We can only have one of these per island. Now I don't think it does cause negative effects. Let's get back in here. So what negative effects do we have? Workers get less happy. So we're going to probably want to stick this not really close to too much stuff. We could probably stick it... where do we want to put this? We could put it somewhere in here. Wouldn't be that bad. Maybe we'll put yeah, let's get this nixed out in here. Get this nixed out. I don't think there's anything else back there. And then we'll get a road going here. And we can put it right here, because this is the landing pad. And that's how I'm understanding it, is this is how we have to do it. Holy smokes, we have so many tools. The production is insane on this planet right now for tools. But that's awesome. I think everything's doing good so far. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, they do grow back. But dang, they're completely deforesting this, and it's not growing back very quickly. How is it working over here? Yeah, they've pretty much completely deforested it over here. That's interesting. That I feel like that's a little bit different than how it was on our other planets. What was I doing? I was kicking it into high gear so we can get this landing pad up and going. Because I don't know, I don't think that we can, yeah, we can't do anything with this one. With this spaceship, for whatever reason. It won't let us do anything with it. We've landed here, and that is it. That is the stationary position where it will now stay forever, I guess. Well, we'll get this up and going here. Cool. Tinkering is also complete, which is dope. So that adds a new gadgeteer item under our produce and other resources. Dang, so it causes a decent amount of pollution, unhappiness. You get a perk from being next to a warehouse, and then you also get bonuses next to being next to power. But it does take glass and steel, which we do not have, so we're going to have to ship that in from our other planets realistically. And we could probably stick it somewhere over this way where we already have a lot of our pollution occurring. And then let's take a peek at this. All right. So I don't think we can do anything with this right now. I think we need to go back to our first planet, which I named Earth. And here on our planet, we have our ship that we can make. So in order to do it, we need more glass, and then we need fuel as well to build a trade ship, which is what we want to get. So we need to send some glass this way, and then some fuel as well. So I think it was our second island that we have all of our glass on, but where is our ship? Is our ship still here? Yep. All right, let's grab that bad boy and bring him over here. Because we're going to need some glass, which we should have a decent amount of on this island. Yep, 38. We don't really have much of anything else on here. And let's transfer the glass. So we only needed 10. But let's move like 13, just to be safe. And how is this island doing? It seems to be doing just fine. I feel like it does get to a point where it's decently self-sufficient, like I've mentioned plenty of times before. But obviously, I'm guessing it would pop up with something if we were having issues. It looks like we are at max capacity for people, though, on this island. So we could always transfer people as well, because I believe, yeah, you can move people as well. Oh, cool. We're all stocked up. So let's grab our ship. Let's head back to our first island. And we'll get this stuff unloaded, and then we are going to need to move some fuel. And hopefully we have enough fuel on our third island to bring back to this one. So let's transfer all of those. We don't have any open space for it, though. Bummer. All right. I thought that I dedicated a warehouse space for it. For some glass. I did. So I should have space for it in the warehouse. Why is it saying that I don't? What do we got going on here? Looks like our port is just is unfortunately out of storage capacity. Now, what is this have in it? It has a ton of iron ore, so we really need to get probably another warehouse going that just holds iron ore. Unfortunately, it's a good thing that we have the game paused here. So let's nix out that right there. Let's kick it into a gear so it's not just diddle-dallying. Because I'm guessing that's what our problem is here. Right? Oh, now it'll let us transfer 4. But I think it's probably best if we do maybe put in a place dedicated to iron. So let's get a warehouse, another warehouse going. And then what are we waiting for here? We just need, we have all the glass we need, we have all the power we need, so that is actually getting made. We just need fuel now. And unfortunately we can't move the rest of these yet, and I need all of that space in order to... I need all of that space in order to get fuel. So let's put this as iron ore. Specifically, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get off of this, please. So I can click on the warehouse, and we're gonna have this one be specifically for iron ore. I think I had another one that was dedicated to holding iron ore as well. Yep, this one here. We're gonna nix that one off. There we go. Yep, our spaceship has been constructed. There we go. But we need gas. We need fuel for it, so we're getting there slowly but surely. That looks pretty cool. So I'm guessing once we get the fuel for it, we can get to the new place. So let's transfer the rest of those. Let's click on that, and we'll head to our third island here, to our port, and we should have plenty of fuel on this island to hand over. Yes, we have 68, and we need 30. So we need to completely fill up our ship here with gasolina. So let's move all 30 over to the cargo ship, and then we'll send that back to our first island so we can finally get our interplanetary trade system up and running, so we can send resources to our new planet. Now unfortunately we are still going to have to figure out probably a way to centralize certain things on this planet, sending certain resources to our main island, to our start, because that's where we have our landing pad, and you can only make one per planet. So we're going to want to centralize a lot of the essential items here, so like fuel, glass, maybe clothing, and so on and so forth, probably steel as well. Actually, I think steel is already produced on this island, yeah. So we don't really necessarily need to worry about steel, but here comes our ship. This should have all of the fuel that we need to get up and going. Right? Did I not? Oh, I did not move. Oh, I didn't grab him. I'm so confused. Are we stuck here? What's going on? Yeah, I have that one going, and then we just have that one. Okay, that's super weird that it wouldn't let me grab it. Just a little glitch, I guess. But that'll get over here now. And then we can unload it and we can get our trade system up and going. So once we get over here, we can transfer all 30 of those to the port itself. And then we'll get up and going. This thing looks wicked. I cannot lie on that. That looks pretty sick to have it looking like that. So yeah, they'll get the fuel over here slowly but surely so that we can then take off. Now, I don't know if we need fuel to get back, so I don't know if we necessarily want to load up on more fuel or how it works. I'm guessing that we probably at some point need to get more fuel, So we'll just have to wait and see, because realistically on our new planet we don't have any fuel. So we might want to stock up on it. Cool, so we can launch it, which is cool. But how do I mean, is there no way to... I built the... not the colonizing one, I just built the trade one. Well, I guess we'll launch it here and see what happens. And it took a bunch of peeps with it too. Oh my gosh, okay. Where is it? Where did our spaceship go? This bad boy, yeah. It doesn't have anything on it, so I don't know why it like let us do that. Shipping mode, yeah. So can I click on this bad boy? I want to add him to a shipping lane. Yeah, the trade ship has been done. I know that. We've done that. Landing pad. Ah, okay. So this is trade spaceships to exchange resources with the planet. You may only build one. Okay. So can we move stuff? Do we have research on this island at all? Oh, I didn't even realize this. We have 25. Yeah, we need more people on this island. We have no green research here. So we'll have to move research. So let me get that really quick. Alright, so I kicked it into high gear. I transferred all of our green research to this island so we can send it. And then I also figured out how we need to get things going. So I went into our system view here. And then I clicked on this little boy here. Actually, I think I clicked on shipping lanes here, and then you can do add shipping lane, and then you can manage the shipping lanes. I had to add one here, had to add the trade ship that I wanted to use, which was the Challenger, and then put what resources I wanted to find in there. So very, very similar to what it is normally for the ships on a singular planet. So let's go back onto Earth. And then I think, yeah, it'll just keep adding those to it. But I don't know when it comes back down and lands on the planet. That's the curious part to it. Because I thought that was the whole point of it. I thought the whole point was that these would land back down. And realistically, this should. Oh, maybe it's going now. But it doesn't have anything on it. Detach the ship from its shipping lane, view lane. Yeah, it doesn't have anything on it anyway. So this is gonna go all the way to Mars, I guess. Oh, we do have another planet, so... And I am well aware that, like, Earth is the third planet from the sun, but I wanted this to be Earth because that's what we started on, and then this to be Mars, and then we'll decide which of the inner planets we want here. And hey, who knows, we might find this one and then find a one in between here as well. So that's going to do that, but I think we have it pretty much set up here, so I think we could realistically end off on that note. Now that we have it up and going, we'll just have to see how it runs realistically over time. So guys, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, let me a comment. I love to read through all your comments and see your suggestions. If you're new to the channel, you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. It'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted to the channel. Currently we have Before We Leave, Crashlands, and MC Eternal as our rotation. You can see a new episode of one of those series every 3 days. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, that link is in the description as well. Currently, we're trying to get on a regular schedule of streaming at least Friday afternoons between 12 and 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I will make updates on my Discord if there is any variance from that, but that is the goal for now, and we might have other ones sprinkled in through the week. Just no guarantees on those. But anywho, guys, thank you for sticking through till the end. I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.